Hey, welcome to Tim's Workshop out here in the boat barn. That's what I call it. We're back on the Briggs & Stratton Bolens 2014 riding lawnmower. This is part 3. We got the carburetor rebuilt. We put it on the last video. We're going to put some unleaded fuel, 87 octane, in the tank. So we're going to run non-ethanol fuel in it. Before we do that though, there's gas still in this engine, okay? So we're going to drain the oil. We're going to take the valve cover off. I took off the front end. It's only 4 bolts, 2 here and 2 up on the side. Sat the hood and everything over here to the side, out of the way. So let's give this a tap and see how much fuel comes out of this thing. Well, it's on there pretty good. Looks like I'm going to have to get a screwdriver. So when you do this, make sure you have something that's smooth and small. That's not going to tear this thing up. This is aluminum, I'm pretty sure. It's not steel. Now there's a gap right there, so let's see if we can get this thing started in here. There we go. That thing was really on there. Oh, look at the fuel coming out of there. Wow. Look at that. Now you're probably going to ask, how do you know there was fuel in here? Years ago I had a GMC 65 pickup. An old pickup truck. Great big V6 engine with great big cylinders on it, and it had this little dinky 1-barrel carburetor on it, you know. So I drove it for years, and then one day I went out to start it. I was going to go to the dump or something, and I didn't drive it that much. I had a car too, so I went out there and it wouldn't start. And the thing wouldn't even turn over. I mean, I thought, oh, maybe the battery. I checked everything. It was fine. What it was is, it was hydrolocked because fuel got in it. And I didn't know it. So I kept trying. I finally gave up. Donated the truck. I only bought the truck for like $400 back then. So I got rid of it. Well, the guy said, oh man, all you had to do is drain the oil and fix the carburetor. And I said, well, I don't know nothing about stuff. That was way back before I started working on vehicles and stuff. From that experience, I knew right away that this is what the situation was. So we got the fuel out of the valve cover area. And what we're going to do, now we got the fuel out of there, and after we drain the oil, this stick, when you pull a stick, this is the first clue on hydrolock, right? When you pull a stick out of there, if it smells like gas, it is mixed with oil. So now I'm going to drain the oil out of there. Hopefully there's a plug. Put new oil in it. I tested the battery, and the battery's good. The only reason it wasn't churning this motor over is because it was hydrolocked. And this gasket, they didn't use gasket. They used a gasket sealer on here. Well, I don't like gasket sealer for one. It works, but I'd rather have a gasket. So I'm going to make my own gasket for this. There's a square head bolt plug for the oil. I think I got it broke loose. Okay, so I'm gonna this is solid bar here, so I can't pull it out of the way. There's the plug. Okay, I disconnected the wire plug so I could turn the wrench. I just used a combo on a square head was able to knock it loose with the hammer. So now I'm going to open this plug up, but I'm not just going to pull the plug out because I'll get myself just splattered with gas and oil. So what I'm going to do is slowly turn this until I can get it so it just starts to stuff come out, and just slowly let it go until the flow slows down enough that I can just take the plug out. So yeah, it's coming out pretty good. And it's gas mixed with oil. So when this slows down, I can take the plug completely out. Boy, look at that. This engine was just full of gas. And that's what happened on that GMC pickup, I'm sure. When he drained the oil plug on it, whoever picked up took over the truck. Yeah, I didn't even sell it. I just donated it. They came with a tow truck and towed it off. So, and that was back in 1980. So, I'm sure they didn't junk it. They probably fixed it and turned right around and sold it again. It ran good. But when the carburetors go, this is the end result. So we'll just let that drain until it's done. The air will evaporate the fuel, the gas that's in there. I don't think there's another plug on the bottom. This lawnmower is kind of tipped down like this, so I really need to tip it like this and raise it up on the front to get the rest of it out. So I think I'll do that. Okay, to set the valves, what you need to do, get yourself a screwdriver and use this as a marker, this piece that's sitting out there. Put this in the hole. Make sure these are loose. Okay. And you want to find top dead center. So you turn this back. Okay. I don't know if you could see it, but I got this corner at that first mark. Okay, that's top dead center. It's not going to go down. It's not going to come up anymore. Now we're going to keep rotating it, the flywheel clockwise, until we get this point down to that mark there. That's 1/4 of an inch. Just like that. The intake down here, I got a 4/1000 feeler gauge, and I can get it in there, and it feels like it's good. Okay, and then just to check it, you take a 5/1000 gauge, right, and try that. Try to put it in there, and it won't go. It's too tight. So this is set good. Now the top exhaust is supposed to be 6/1000. Almost feels too loose, so let's try a 7/1000. Still, I can get a 7/1000 in there, so try 8. 8 will go in there. 9/1000. Will go in there. 10/1000. Okay, that's where it stops. So we got to get that thing back down so a 6 gauge will go, but a 7 won't. So we'll get those two left out. Everything else put away. Get their 6 and 7. All right. So let's untighten this. Now I found what I hope will be okay for adjusting this. This is millimeter, it's not standard. And I went through all the standard ones I got, and I think this is a 7/64, and I don't have one, but I think this will work. Enough to get it adjusted, and then I can get it tightened down. Okay, try the 6. Need to come out some more. There we go. Loosen a little bit. There we go. Let's try the 7. Okay. There we go. Try the 7 again. Cool. Now, hold this down and tighten it some more without breaking it. Okay, that's good.